Hey y'all, so I am going to be doing my January and February wrap up. So basically everything I've read so far this year, and I have not done good at reading this year. If y'all watched my chitty chatty get ready with me, you know that I've been busy with school and I just haven't had a ton of time to read, and I'm on spring break this week. So I really want to try to get reading done this week and try to make those numbers go up a bit because I've only read 4 books this year. 4! I remember last January, which given I wasn't in school, I deferred a year for health reasons. I read 22 books that month. February, I read like 21. Like I was like a reading machine, and now like because I'm really busy with school and everything, I have read 4 books in 2 months. And I haven't read anything in March so far, so we're off to a good start. But yeah, so I guess the first book I finished this year was Carrie by Stephen King. So this book I gave a 3 out of 5 stars, thinking about lowering it to a 2. And I feel like I didn't enjoy this very much because I've seen the movie and the original, like not the remakes, but the original movie with Sissy Spacek in it. And I don't know, I just didn't love this book. It was really difficult for me to get through, and now I was in a horrible reading slump when I read this. But oh my god, you guys, it took me forever to finish this. And I love Stephen King's writing style. He is a good writer. But the endings that he makes aren't the best. This is one of his better endings, but still not the greatest. It's about a paranormal woman named Carrie, and she's like telekinetic and can like move things with her mind and cause destruction and chaos. And she gets bullied a lot, and she basically just snaps. She has a horrible mother. She's like a Bible thumper, like crazy. Like I'm a Christian, believe in God, but this woman is crazy, like insane nuts. She's just insane. It was okay. Like I don't want to give it a 2, honestly, maybe a 2.5, because I just really didn't enjoy it overall. Like I felt like it just wasn't my favorite book, and I really hate that because I wanted to love it. But yeah, I don't really have much else to say on this. It was fine. Yeah. The next book I'm going to talk about is The Woman in Cabin 10 by Ruth Ware. This book, I have a lot of feelings on this one. So this one I gave a 3 out of 5 stars. I was going to give it a 5 because the beginning of it is that good. Like it was so good. But the ending was horrible. The beginning was great. It was a little slow paced, but I really don't mind slow paced things. But I mean, the build up was crazy, and it was just building and building and building and building and building. And then the ending, it was just anticlimactic in every way, shape, and form. And it was just not what I wanted. And I don't know, I just didn't enjoy it. I really, really didn't enjoy the ending. But I couldn't forget, like, the majority of the book was amazing. So I didn't want to rate it like a 2 or a 1. I wanted to give it a good rating, but I mean, this was just disappointing, really. It was a disappointing read, and I don't know, I was obsessed with it. I had to have my mom sleep on the couch that night and be in the den with me when I read it because I was that afraid. It was scaring the bejesus out of me, and yeah, but it just wasn't my favorite, so it wasn't very good. I wanted to love it. I really, really did, but I didn't. Then the next book I read is We Were Liars by E. Lockhart. Now this one is very short, took me no time to read. It's about a bunch of very rich children, teens, who go to their summer houses, like in, like, I don't know, it's not the Hamptons, but it's like some place where they go summer. But it was an interesting book. I liked it. Didn't love it. The ending did surprise me. Some people say that it didn't surprise them, but I did not see the ending coming. It shocked me. And this book, I thought it would be a thriller. It's more of a very sad contemporary. I don't think it's a thriller, so that I feel like that was part of my disappointment as I was going in. I was going into this thinking that it was a thriller. My parent. My God. Okay. I think they're done. This was something that I was expecting to be a thriller, and it turned out not to be, and I think that disappointed me a lot, and it just like was completely different than what I thought it was going to be. And the main character she was okay. I wasn't in love with her or anything. and I wasn't very deeply attached to these characters. And I mean, they have a very lavish lifestyle, which is, I'm like in the middle class region, so never had anything like that. And they were very spoiled, like crazy spoiled rotten. It was just, I mean, it was different. It wasn't the best book I've read, but it wasn't the worst. And the ending was amazing. And I actually found a quote in this book that really, really touched me. It's about, she has chronic pain, and I suffer with chronic pain because of my Crohn's disease and endometriosis. And there's a quote in here about it that I absolutely fell in love with. I wish I could find it. It will take me forever to find this in this video, but it was amazing and I loved it, and I cried when I read it. The last book that I have read is 99% Mine by Sally Thorne. It was really good. I really, really liked this. This is my very first 5-star read of the year, and this is an unpopular opinion too. A lot of people did not love this book. I liked it better than The Hating Game. And I know, kill me, like that's horribly like bad. I know, like, oh my god, like she's horrible. But it's the truth. I like this better than The Hating Game, and I would reread this so many times. It was so good to me. I love the main character. A lot of people think she's a bitch. I don't see why people think she's a bitch. I think she's amazing. Like, are you kidding? The guy, holy shit, he was so dreamy and so perfect, and I loved him. I just loved this entire book. It was fun to read, and it was good. I just really liked it. So it's such an unpopular opinion and crazy that I was expecting not to like this book too, because so many people were like, oh, it was horrible, and I was expecting to not enjoy it, and I ended up loving it. So I gave it a 5. It was amazing to me. And I'm surprised that I gave the cheesy romantic novel a 5 when I'm normally into thrillers and scary stuff, but that's what happened. So I think while we're here, I'm going to do some drawings for stuff I need to read. This is not updated. This has a ton of stuff that just is not even in there. I've got so many new books. Like, I have a new bookshelf over there, and yeah, I need to update it, but there's still books in here that I need to read. I'm gonna go ahead and draw. I'm gonna draw 3. The Other Mother. That is, here it is. This is the book. Actually, I'm gonna draw 4, and I'm gonna try to read 2 out of the 4. Like, that's what I'll consider a good month. The Other Mother, I'm not sure what this is about. It's a thriller. I do not like to know what I'm reading. When I go into thrillers, I like to just gradually figure it out, so I don't read the back at all. So this is the first one. Okay. Next one. People Like Us. I'm not sure what that is. What is that? I'm not even sure I have that. I don't have that. I don't know what this is, but I don't have it. I just looked everywhere in my room. I don't have it, so that's not what we're gonna read. Hey y'all, so I said in this clip, sorry, this is another day and no makeup on, no nothing, but I drew People Like Us, and at the time I could not find this book, and it was very well hidden. I did find it, and I couldn't even remember what it was, but I kept getting the cover flashing in my head, and I was like, is that a different book though? Because I could not find this book, and at the time could not even remember what this book was. I found it. It is this book, People Like Us by Dana Meal. I'm just gonna go ahead and add it to the TBR. I have now 6 books on my TBR that I need to read, but I did find this one, and I'm just gonna go ahead and add it just for the sake of adding it. I'm actually already reading, almost done with the first book on the TBR, and I just feel like to help me start to get out of this slump, I want a more structured, I just feel like I need a more structured TBR than what I normally give myself. So I'm just gonna go ahead and add this to the stack. And I know right now in the video, I've only decided to do 4 books, but I ended up deciding to draw 5, and now there's going to be 6. I'm gonna let y'all go ahead and get back to the video. Every time I draw out of these, I always get a little disappointed because I never draw like good things that I'm like in the mood to read. Woman in Cabin 10, that was in this wrap up. Oh my god, the Woman in Cabin 10. See, I really need to update this. Let's try again. It's kind of nice that I've read a book in the TBR jar though. Okay, Misery by Stephen King. Yay! That one I am excited about. This is Misery by Stephen King. I love this cover, by the way. I love this movie too. I've seen it once. It has Kathy Bates in it, and I love it. So I've been wanting to read this for a while. So this will be my Stephen King for the month. But I am reading it as well. So next, I'm going to just take one off the top because I've been going deep. The Lady of the Rivers. I got rid of that book. Oh my god. I got rid of it. I unhauled that. I really need to update this thing. Oops. Okay. Never Not by J. Kristoff. Oh my god, I'm actually getting good books now. Never Not by J. Kristoff. This is an adult fantasy, and I've really been wanting to read this, so I'm excited. Now I'm going to be able to like have something to read tonight, and I'm not going to be like busy trying to find what I want to read. I'm reading The Final Empire though, so I do want to finish that, but I don't know. Next one. This is my last one. I might do 5, because if this is what's going to get me to read, I'll do it. It by Stephen King. Holy shit. Hold on. It's in the den. This is it. I had to go in my den and get it because I was reading it tonight. I'm on page 330 of this book. So I was going to draw a 5th one, but this one is like 6 books in one. So I don't know. But I'm just going to go ahead and draw another one. Just one more time. It is scary. Don't know if it'll be read this month because it's long. This is how we read it in 24 hours. I'm such a wimp. Like, seriously. 4 weeks, 5 people. I have read that. Sorry I'm like drawing so much. I've been having a really hard time reading books, and it's because I can't find what to read. So I figure if I have like a good selection from the TBR jar, then I'll be more liable to read. And I also really want to get good at having a TBR. You by Caroline Kepnes. That's the last one. You by Caroline Kepnes. I've been wanting to read this for a long time because the series is out on Netflix, so I will have this to read now. Yay! No. These will be the books. These are the books that I will be reading hopefully this month. Probably not all of them, but some. So I'm going to put this on a TBR shelf. That is it. I hope y'all enjoyed, and I will hopefully have more to talk about in my next wrap up, and then I can probably make a separate video for the TBR jar, but we'll see. So yeah, but I will see y'all later. Bye.